Hey there, guys. We just had the official live stream anniversary for the 6th anniversary for Brave Exvius. I just watched it. It was about 2 hours long. If you want to see the entire thing, there should be a replay on the official Brave Exvius channel. But in this video, I'm going to give you just a brief recap of some of the major points, just for the bullet points of what the anniversary stream info they brought to us. Also, on Tuesday, I'll be doing my usual, Tuesday Newsday video with a guest, where we'll talk about that in more detail. I'll be talking about it with the guest. But again, for this video, just a really quick recap of some of the major points. Now, the first thing in this anniversary stream, I'm not going to go over it in exact detail. Gifts, login gifts, anniversary gifts, free polls. We're getting all that. We're getting tons and tons of tickets, free polls, login rewards, etc. We're getting most of them on this coming Thursday, June 30th, and there's also going to be a bunch more that is spread out over the course of 2 months. That will be going all the way until the end of August. So, typical global anniversary, they give us, a nice chunk at the beginning, and they stretch some of it out over time. Again, if you want to see the exact breakdown, you got to watch the whole stream, but it's a lot. It's a lot of lapis, tons of polls. We're getting like 60 polls a week for free, plus login tickets, so even more than that. Bunch of great free rewards. Something else, they're bringing back the friend point summon for the shards, which is 10 shards a day for friend points. Not the greatest event, but it's something to do with your friend points, so whatever. And for this video, I didn't get all the links and images in advance. We're going to be pulling them up as we go, but we're getting a free vision card on Thursday. We don't have the stats, so we don't know how good it's going to be. I would assume it's not going to be like, premium vision card tier, but it should be decent. It is the anniversary. It's supposed to be celebratory, so hopefully it's really nice. That will be coming on Thursday. We also previewed 2 more vision cards coming. Let me pull them up really quick. Let's see. The second one is Hio, as apparently his name is pronounced. This one is going to be a banner card. So I would assume this is going to be the July global exclusive vision card. We get 1 per month and global. This is, you can see down here, this is the fine print, available with summon tickets. So this is going to be probably July's vision card. It's going to be Hio, so it's probably going to be a physical-based card. And then another one we're going to be getting is, again, no stats. We only have the art as a brief preview. A Frievia card. And these are screens from the actual live stream, so if you're wondering who the people at the bottom of the screen are, it's, producer Hiroki, Maxwell, who is the MC, and then on the right was Tony, who is a new member to the Brave Exvius community team. He was introduced during the stream, seems pretty cool, so hopefully we see more of him in future videos. But here's the Frievia card, and again, this is going to be a summon card only, so I would assume this is going to be the card for August. That's an assumption. We don't have the stats, but no, they are coming soon. What else do we have in the stream? They're going to be there's more rewards. We're getting a campaign. We're getting a player vote where you get to vote on what kind of reward you want for other rewards. Like you want more summons. Do you want more gifts, etc., etc. That'll all be in game on Thursday. There's also going to be an Amazon coinback campaign. If you use that, just so you know. They're increasing the maximum player rank to 350 and the maximum unit inventory to 1,000, which is nice. Everyone loves upgrades. Now we get to some of the interesting news. We're going to be showing or getting intrinsic abilities. This seems to be a global exclusive feature, which is going to be used to buff up older units. So the ones on Thursday are completely free for, oh my god, what is her name? For Louise and Mazurka. These are completely free. So as you can see here, so it says down here, not stackable, Mazurka only. So it sounds like these are like materia you equip, not like passives or anything. So you equip the materia, but still, these are very strong. So Louise, 80% magic, 2,000 magic, and it boosts her LB modifier. So this is hopefully going to make her relevant as a damage dealer in like not Clash of Wills, or Clash of Wills too. But hopefully it makes her relevant as a damage dealer in like Dark Visions, because that was kind of her weakness. Is, you know, she's an amazing breaker in Dark Visions for that 90 Spirit Break, but her damage is pretty terrible. Depending on how big this modifier is, that could be great. But it's a completely free buff, so why not? Another funny one is Mazurka, who is a forgotten child of Brave Exvius. Like, she came out and no one cared, except for that one guy over there that probably did care. But for the most part, no one cared about Mazurka, because she was just an unfortunately bad unit. But she's getting a intrinsic ability, which maybe will save her. 80% attack, 500 flat attack, 200% killers to a bunch of races, and it boosts damage of abilities, and it gives her Warring Spirit. So unfortunately, we don't have a modifier number, so depending on how much this boosts her abilities, it could make her meta. Who knows? The stream also discussed these for future. They're going to be coming out more of these per month for other units. But the ones in the future are not going to be free, or at least not all of them. They said there's going to be crafting for these. We're going to be using mystery crystals and crowns to craft future intrinsic abilities. So it sounds kind of like Global is taking the JP's crown system and modifying it a little bit for global units, is the way it seems. So, you know, don't be like loose and fast with your crowns. You might want to hold on to them in case maybe a future unit is being buffed up by an upcoming intrinsic ability, and you want to craft that ability with crowns. Now, these two are completely free. You will be getting them on Thursday. I look forward to seeing the exact numbers of the LB boost and the modifier boost, because if they buff Mazurka's jump mod to, I don't know, the ballpark number, 350x. I'm just making up a number. Like, maybe she becomes really, really good. I hope so, because I have her, and I have never used her, and I would like to. I would like to use the units that I own. So, very hyped for that. What else are we getting? So this, during the stream, I'm like, I don't really care, because I'm a veteran player, and I've got my Espers all maxed out. But there was a lot of hype for this from a lot of players that are not maxed out on all their Espers, which is, you know, for a player that is not playing for 6 years, it makes sense. It takes a long time to max all your Espers. 6 years, players that have been going for 6 years, we have ours maxed out. Players that have only been playing for 1 or 2 years, you probably don't have all your Espers maxed out. This is going to be very helpful. It's going to be a permanent chamber in the Vortex. So for dead weeks where you don't really have anything to spend energy on, like last week, for example, you can dump it into the Chamber of Super Sights and get those Espers maxed out. Also, the Esper Ore is actually even useful for veteran players. So I'm going to check it out, and if the drop rate for ores is pretty good, I might farm this as well. Oh, I'm just seeing the fine print. It's a once-a-day quest, so you cannot farm this, but you can run it once a day. And actually, that might mean it's even better. But if it's only once a day, I would assume the amount it drops is probably decently high for the energy spent. Okay, and if it gives you ore, I'll run this every day too. Okay, I changed my mind. During the stream, I kind of glanced over it. It was going really quickly. I know that I can, analyze it once a day. Yeah, that sounds like a really good feature. I'm looking forward to it. Something else coming up. Big news, guys. First of all, we're going to be getting the usual global version of the Daily Fragment Challenge starting on Thursday. And this is amazing timing because Anniversary starts on Thursday, including the new units, which I'm going to show you in a moment. That means if you pull the new units on day one, you can immediately stick them in the Shard Dungeon and get the full duration of 70 shards over the course of 2 weeks. But the bigger news, not shown in the slide, talked about on stream, starting in August, they're going to be bringing the JP version, or it sounds like a similar version to the JP version of the Daily Fragment Dungeon, which, in my opinion, is a superior version. The way it works is it's a permanent Daily Fragment Dungeon. It is open forever, permanently available. You bring in 5 units, and it drops, instead of dropping 5 fragments guaranteed, it drops a random amount between 1 and 5 per unit. So every unit gets a minimum of 1 up to 5. Now 4 and 5 are so rare, I've never seen it in JP, although people have gotten them. It's so rare, so you may as well not even consider that. Consider between 1 and 3 fragments. I get 2 fragments about half the time on JP, and then every now and then I'll get 3 fragments, but it's per unit, and it's permanent. So it maths out to be more fragments over time as opposed to how Global does it, where Global gives a burst of 70 fragments once per 3 months. This is a steady source. Also, what this means in the future, I've seen so many rage posts from players that, like, they didn't have power for a day, they were traveling for a day, they were just forgetful for a day, and they didn't do the daily fragment dungeon in the old style of Global, where you have 2 weeks and that's it, and then it's gone for 3 months, and they missed a day, it ruined the plans, they had a unit stuck at like 195 fragments, they couldn't EX3 it, and it was very, very upsetting for a lot of players. That is not really a problem with the new format coming in August, because if you miss a day, no big deal. You do it tomorrow. It's permanent content, so it's way less stressful. It's more shards over time, depending on RNG, but most of the time it's more shards anyway. It's just an all-around amazing change. It took Global, 2 years to get here, but I'm glad we're finally getting the better version of the fragment dungeon. But we are getting the 70 fragments, the old style, starting on Thursday coming up. Where's the next big news we got? That was the fragment dungeon. Oh yeah, we got. All right, before we get to that, let's go to the challenge. Yeah, there are some games during the stream. Producers games. They played games on the stream. We won all the rewards, and we'll be getting more login rewards. Let's see if this works properly on this. Let's go here. Is this working? Alright, let's see here. We have 2 new Neovision units. We have Wilk. He's premium, by the way. Here's his CG. Light of a dragon! And Sylvie. With her bunnies.
May I wish. May it grant us strength. Well, hop to it, everybody.
Coming on Thursday. So with 2 new units, and let's bring up a little bit more info about that. Let me scroll through here. Let's see. So these 2 units are part of, Wilk is part of the Fundamental Forces storyline with Elena, Yoshikiri, Louise, and Wilk. There is going to be a story event on Thursday, it sounded like. Let's bring up the more details briefly about these guys. So we will quickly preview Wilk's gear. So Wilk, from the way it sounds, the way it looks from the gear, he is a physical attacker. He is going to be premium. You can tell that by the vision card we'll show in a moment. So premium physical attacker, and if you remember Esther, our last global exclusive premium unit, she was amazing. This is going to be another global exclusive premium, so expensive, but hopefully very strong. Now, his TMR is crazy good. It's just a way better version of Zidane's TMR, which is an evasion chest piece, clothing. And now his Super Trust Mastery reward is kind of interesting. It's a 2-handed axe and a 2-handed claw. You get a recipe to swap between the 2. So you can swap it between axe and claw as desired. They both give some flat stats to Wilk himself and then LB damage for everyone. So very nice STMRs. And it's really cool that you can swap between using axe or claw, because it sounds like he can change his imperil as well. Let's go to the next slide that we had here. And we'll talk about more of these on Tuesday during my news video. So here were some previews. He boosts damage. He's a buffer that against demons, dragons, etc. He has the Esther mechanic where his Magnus abilities get recharged by some form. He berserks himself. He uses defense break. So because he's a premium unit, I would expect big numbers. We'll know the exact numbers on Thursday. Yeah, so human, demon, dragon, and insect killer. So I cannot wait to get the data mine for this unit. He looks awesome. Based on the track record of Esther, he's probably going to be great. Let's see. Here is some more brief info about Wilk. So he's a true double-hand attacker. He has enemy and elemental type support, depending on the STMR equipped. Okay, so depending on the STMR. Okay, that actually makes more sense. So I'm just making up an example here. But assuming you want to buff against dragons, I would assume when his fist is equipped, he goes to a dragon buff. Maybe when he has an axe equipped, he's a demon killer buffer. That's really cool. He has killers and mitigations for demons, humans, dragons, and insects. Let's go to the next slide. I said it was going to be a brief video, and we're going longer than I expected, but oh well. I'm hyped. Then we have, let's see, Global Neovision Unit Wilk. Just some brief. Again, I'm not really going to go over too much of the info because this video is a little bit longer than I expected. So let's jump to Sylvie, who is another unit. No, Sylvie is not premium. Sylvie is going to be, real quick about Wilk. They told us his vision card has 140 base attack. They said that in the stream. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, the vision card is previewed, isn't it? Isn't it? It's not. Oh, here it is. Yes, let me preview real quick the vision card of Wilk. Okay, here it is. So Wilk's vision card, again, a premium card. So this is going to take EX3. 140 attack power. So it's all level 1. You know, you can. That's how you can tell it's a premium. It's a single level card, and just based on the stats alone, you can tell. 500 flat attack for Brave Exvius. 140 base attack. HP and attack power 100%, 50 LB damage, and then fills morale gauge every turn based on living allies on the field. That is super, super cool. Probably overpowered, but as expected of a premium unit. Now let's jump over to Sylvie. Actually, I think I was already there. So Sylvie is a support unit. She's Paladin Sylvie. She's also a spirit damage dealer in her shift form. So the base form looks like a materia with just, some stats on it. Shift form is I would assume, double hand spirit sword. It doesn't specifically say double hand on it, so maybe it's not. My God, I hope it is, because if it's not double hand, big sad face. We are in the double hand meta. I guess we'll find out on Thursday. But it also gives not so fast, so you can remove attack and magic buffs from an enemy. This is kind of like a perfect dispel for attack and magic buffs on an item. That is crazy good. That is so good and so useful, depending on the fight. I love utility items like that. So briefly, we're going to look at Sylvie's vision card. Sylvie's vision card, 115 spirit, some resistances, and then again, she has the fill morale gauge by party as well, and then it boosts spirit and defense for the party. Typical support card, or for herself, I should say. The next thing, we're not going to go over Sylvie's kit too much because this video is going longer than I was expecting. I'll just give you, we're going to go just to the overview of the unit. So, Global Original Neovision Unit Paladin Sylvie. Defensive buffer, she buffs the party, and she has lightning and earth support. And we do know from the preview, she is a 100% lightning and earth amplify for the entire party. We're going to, because that's such a big deal, we are going to bring that up. Like I said, I wasn't going to show this. I am going to show this. Or they said it on the stream. They said it somewhere. They must have said it on the stream. Okay, or it's in a different slide. I don't know. But she amplifies by 100%. So that is super amazing. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. And I ended up going through all the slides, even though I said I wasn't going to. Well, this is a big deal. 100% lightning and earth amplify for the entire party. That is so crazy good. That is just sickly powerful. Amazing. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the next bit of content. There's a bunch of stuff, cool stuff coming. Something like whatever. Snow is being upgraded. It sounds like he's getting his JP upgrades because they did say more equipment on the stream, which basically sounds like the JP form. He got completely overhauled in JP. He now has good equipment selection. He's got significantly better skills. He got way more bulk. He is just amazing for tanking, and he's really old, meaning he is a good unit if you don't have any tank. I should have mentioned it earlier. One other thing, just kind of off topic briefly. One of the login rewards is going to be a Neovision Select ticket. You can choose one of any Neovision unit you want up through the Kaito banner. Kaito is included, so if you don't have Kaito or units before him, you can just pick him or pick anyone you want for free. Completely unit of choice ticket for Neovision units. That said, they did specify some units are not included. I would assume premiums are not going to be there, so probably no Esther, no Auron, no Sephiroth. Just by my assumption, I don't know. We'll find that out soon. Anyway, back to the units we were talking about. Another really hype upgrade is Esther is getting upgraded. She's already amazing. She's getting even better. Now, she is going to deal morale damage in Clash of Wills. It was always kind of a weird thing, like our premium global exclusive unit doesn't do morale damage in Clash. It was like, huh? Kind of like a head scratcher? Well, now she does. Also, her LB will do even more damage if Sylvie is in the party. So get that synergy bonus whenever Sylvie's in the party, or Paladin Sylvie, that should be specified. The Neovisions of Sylvie is in the party. Esther will deal even more damage. And considering how good Sylvie seems, that is an easy sell. I will happily put Sylvie in the party with Esther. So also, Esther's vision card is getting the premium treatment. Again, Esther was an amazing unit, but she had some flaws. Like, Esther's vision card was kind of bad, just being honest here. It had no flat stats on it, and flat stats are kind of the meta on Global and JP. They're fixing that problem. Esther card is now getting 100 flat attack and defense for Brave Exvius only. Also, they're raising the base attack to 135. This is a astronomically good upgrade. This is so good. I am so happy about that, even though I don't have an EX3 Esther. But because the Shard Dungeon is coming, I will have EX3 in 2 weeks. What else has happened? So there was so much in the stream. It's such a big deal. We're getting some free... I'm not going to show you the gear. There's going to be a story event. There's going to be some free gear from the story event. The gear seems good. It seems way better than the usual gear. Oh, okay. I lied to you. I am going to show the gear because I'm super hyped about this. Okay, so here's the story event. It's with Wilk and Paladin Sylvie. But more importantly, the gear from the event. Look at the bottom right. Eye of the Dragon enables Claw of the Dragon, damages all enemies. They confirmed on stream that is Extreme Nova frames. So for those of you that missed Legendary Lightning Hero, or whatever it was called, the other Extreme Nova materia, this is a new one. Also, if you notice, damage all enemies, it's a non-elemental, meaning you can use any element you want, even if the boss, for example, absorbs lightning element, you can't use the old materia. Also, this just means more units on your party can now use Extreme Nova, which is so good for the chain count mission on like Dark Visions or Clash of Wills, etc. And then some other gear. Like, the gear is really good, don't get me wrong. It's just like, I don't really care because there's so much good stuff. It's like good stuff overload. Oh my god. The best part of the stream. Chamber of the Vengeful is coming back, and they are bringing Clash of Wills bosses to Chamber of the Vengeful. So old Clash of Wills bosses are going to be updated and put as permanent trial bosses, not limited time. So, and these are going to use the morale system. It's giving 3,000 lapis for clearing it. This is beyond hype for me personally. I love Clash of Wills. I hated that Clash of Wills were temporary and the bosses that were so fun Most of them, most of them were so fun. But after 2 weeks, they were just gone. And it seemed like such a waste that these awesome bosses they put a lot of work into were temporary. Well, they are bringing them back with updated stats in the permanent Chamber of Vengeful, where you can go in and you can use lots of different teams for different rewards. You remember, like, the Exterminator, the Vestige of Morgana, the Lantern, the Elf off the shelf, that stuff. We don't know the exact details, but you needed to do like 50 different units for the old ones. This may not use 50. I don't know. The point is, the Chamber of Arms or Chamber of Wills boss, Clash of Wills bosses are coming back as permanent global exclusive trial content, and I cannot wait to get in here and do so many different clears and so many different teams and try out newer units versus old bosses. For example, do you remember Kairos and how he like destroyed your tank Behemoth back then? Well, let's try tanking Kairos with Esther, so to speak, or Runda, etc. Let's go ahead and bring some other units to bosses like Mortarum that was really challenging, or let's try to do, what was that really bulky boss? The plant, Arbораlis, etc. We could. I'm getting kind of ahead of myself. I'm so excited. As you can see, this is coming on July 21st. A little bit far away, about a month away. But and it's only going to be Morgana at first. But the way they sounded on stream, we're going to be getting more of them each month. So over time, we'll be getting lots of them, and I am beyond hyped for this. This by far is the cherry on top of the entire stream for me. Is this also? We are upgrading the already crazy strong Clash of Wills gear. They are making it even better. So I've told people before, hopefully you listen to me, don't just frivolously waste your Xenostone. You want to buy a single, maybe 2 recipes and save your extra Xenostone, and this is why. That way when surprise things like more ways to power up your gear come along, you can afford it. If you're sitting there at 0 Xenostone, this may be you may be like behind the meta for a while. If you did like I recommended since day one, and you only buy the necessities and you save the rest and you hoard, you can probably buy these upgrades on day one. We'll have more info about that in the future. What else? Like, this was a really big anniversary stream. There was more games. We won the games, more rewards, etc. They are bringing seasonal units back for resummon if you want. So Carton, Shui, Tiana, Lara Croft even, surprise, surprise. Chow, Ibarra, and, oh god, what is his name? Eldrin are coming back. There's going to be 2 different banner runs. So it's starting on July 1st, and then it's going to be coming again on July 14th. So this, for those of you that are always upset, like, I didn't pull for Chow, I don't have Carton, well, here's your new chance. I don't know the banner format. If this is like just a random chance of all 7 with like a pity ticket, I mean, as good as these units are, well, Chow is still top tier. Chow is absolutely amazing. Shui Yi is dead in the water because she never got upgrades. Ibarra is decent. Eldrin, kind of not good. Lara Croft, I mean, she's really good, but she is showing her age at this point. And Carton, as much as I love Carton for quick OTK, super easy content, he's more of a convenience unit these days as opposed to a power unit. But whatever, make your own decision. If you want these units, they're coming back for a resummon on July 1st. So there you go. What else do we have? Oh, my God. So people were hyped about this. We are collaborating in the future with War of the Visions, which is the Final Fantasy universe. Final Fantasy X, which we kind of knew, that was on the JP server. But the one we didn't expect was Nier Automata is getting a new collaboration with Global. People in chat were like losing their mind, hyped about this, which is awesome. I personally did not play Nier, so I don't have that nostalgia or that like fan favorite for me. For me, I just didn't play it. But based on the reactions in chat, a lot of people are incredibly hyped for this. So I am happy for you guys, and if the units are good, I'm happy too. So we'll see if the units are good or not. I'm sure they will be, but we don't know yet. Something else that was previewed is Samurai Chizuru, the fan vote winner unit. She is getting a Neovisions, and she is coming soon. Didn't give a date. They didn't give any info on the kit. Just a quick preview of her sprite. Looks pretty good. I like it. Yeah, so I'm not going to speculate. The unit will be coming soon. That's all. They didn't really give us any kind of information. Now here is just a real quick recap of some of the rewards we're getting. On Thursday, we're going to be getting all of this from login rewards. This is part of the the games they do on stream. They play games, and you win rewards, etc. This is being mailed out to everyone on Thursday. But there's a bunch more too after that. I'm not going to go over it all. You can see it on screen. A lot of rewards, and again, there is plenty more rewards that is also becoming stretched out over 2 months. More login rewards, weekly summons, login rewards per week, more player campaigns, etc. So that was the big highlights of the stream. If you want to see the entire thing point for point, you can watch the replay of the whole 2-hour stream on the official global YouTube channel. Anyway, what I expected to be a 10-minute recap video turned out to be 30 minutes of me talking. So, anyway, there was the recap of the stream. Hope it's helpful. We'll be talking more about this on Tuesday on my news video with the guest I have lined up. See you then.